Good day everyone, welcome to Mad About MTV. My name is Mark, and as you can see, the weather here in northern New South Wales has been pretty miserable, like it has been all across southeast Queensland. Because we can't bring you any riding videos, so for today I thought I'll do an unboxing and a review of a new rack. So let's get to it. For the past 12 months we have been using the Yakima 4-timer bike rack. Now you're supposed to be able to fit 4 bikes in here, but we find with the 2 medium and a small it's still pretty tight, so we normally play Tetris with the handlebars. So in the past we have had one where the handlebars actually rub against the seat and obviously it scratches the seat. Now the biggest issue we have with this rack also is the X-Trail has a pretty low hitch, so what would happen is the bars would actually bottom out. So we thought there's got to be a better system, so we started looking into vertical bike rack. So we've done a lot of research online and decided to go with the Velocirax. So here they are here. So they've only just been delivered the other day. We still got them in boxes, so we're going to build them for you today, and I got Ricky helping me out, so hopefully we can build this without killing each other. And there he is, in all his glory. Now the best way to do it is just to build it in the car. So see how we go. What is this bit?
Instructions.
Is this the manual? No, you need that. You only need that if you get stuck. So and that's the hitch. Now and we've also got the gas lift, don't we, for this one? That's what that look like. Alrighty. So here we are, just installing the rubber straps at the moment. They're pretty solid strap actually. And these things are also UV resistant as well. Now, I don't know about you guys, but once I finish riding and I need to get some food, I'm always worried about my bikes. So I normally would get takeaway somewhere where I have clean sight of where my bike is. Now, I would normally park the car where I can see it, because I'm worried about someone might be trying to steal my bike. So I purchased this additional security feature for this rack, and all it does is it slips in here line that up on this. Yep, there we go. And this gets bolted. If I can see, yeah, there we go. There we go. And we'll just tighten this up, and when I get the bike loaded, I will show you how it all works. So I think just practically wrap around like so, but hopefully we can get to see that later when the bikes are loaded. Okay guys, here she is. The Velocirax is now fully built. Now we're just going to start loading the bike. So what we do is there's a little lever here. Now normally when you hit that lever, it should just come down on its own. Now it's a little bit slow without the bike because there's no weight pulling it down. Normally if you have it fully loaded, it would come down a lot faster. So I'm going to get Ricky to do the first load, and then I'll do the rest while she straps him in. Okay, alright, let's go. Now if you have a look at here, if you have a look at the gaps through the handlebars, I just got to make sure that none of them are touching. And yes, there is decent space on there as well. Now if you come through and have a look in here, so you can see all the straps are all on there, strapped in, and they shouldn't go anywhere. Now what we're going to do is to bring this back up again, we just simply push the bike. So what we'll do is I'll just go down here, and it is quite heavy if you got a full bike, and there you have it. Now I think that's pretty decent to have that on there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go for a drive, and also make sure that all the bikes are not hitting each other or rubbing against each other. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, here we are, just taking it for a quick spin around the block. First thing I'm going to mention is the stability. As you can see, the bikes are not really wobbling around or bumping into one another. From inside the car, the rack is completely silent, thanks to the anti-roll system that keeps it all tight and secure. The rack can hold up to 104 kilos, so if you have e-bikes, you can fit up to 4 of them on this rack. The standard basket holds tires from 700cc up to 3 inches mountain bike tires, so if you are an owner of a fat bike, you will need to purchase an additional wheel basket to accommodate the fatter tires. You can still see the lights on the car, but we do have a light board that we use to display the number plates. This will be attached to the rear wheel of the bikes or the seats. As you can see when reversing on the driveway, there is plenty of clearance for the rear tires. That was one of the main reasons we needed a new rack. The Velocirax 5
cost us just under $1,300. However, we paid for an additional $137 for the locking system, which worked out at about $1,600 fully delivered to our door. When you compare other racks with hydraulics, you'd be looking at upwards of $2,000.
As I mentioned earlier, we also have the additional integrated padlock system. Now how it works is it's got this little cap at the end of the tubing here. Now we just normally open that up and pull the cable out. It goes through about halfway through the bike, and then go on the other side and do the same thing. We also pull this out, and it comes around here, and it comes with its own padlock, which is a set of combination keys, and there it is. And we just turn that, and that's your system. Now I don't know about you guys, but having that really gives me a bit of peace of mind while I'm having my meal. Make sure I'm really going to enjoy it, knowing that the bike is secure. All the Velocirax has 3 features in it that I want to share with you guys that are really cool. The first one being you can use this bike as a service rack. So what we do is we pull on this lever and take this down. When this thing gets to about here, I'll get Sam to come around. What we simply do is we hang this bike by the seat, and should be able to work on a bike from here. If you want to lube your chain, you can do that. If you want to work in the gearing system, you can do that as well from here. So, and the second one is the camping mode. I'll show you what that's about in a second. I'm going to pull this down. There you go. Now if you come around here, I'll just show you how to unhook this pin. So all we got to do is take this pin out and unhook this bit and pull the lever once again and bring it all the way down. So as I get Sam to come around again, what he does is he simply just hook the back of the wheel straight into the rack, and there you have it. A really good stand for your bike if you're not out riding and you're finished with the day. Leave it there. The third one is the garage mounting bracket. Now I don't actually have space in my garage at the moment to install that, but hopefully in 6 months time when I do a follow-up review I can show you how that works. So it's basically just a bracket that you screw onto the garage, and we unhitch it from here, and it allows us to obviously store the rack, and it seconds as well as a storage bike rack as well to have all your bikes in. So I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's a pretty great idea to have all that 3 features on the actual rack itself. There you have it guys, the Velocirax 5. Now first impression, I love how easy it was to actually build it. It probably took us about an hour to put it together, and then we started loading the bike into the system. So it took us a bit longer with actually finding out how it works. As you can see, we've loaded 5 bikes on this rack, and I'm pretty happy with the actual spacing on them. So, but most of the time it's only going to be 3 of us. There's only going to be 3 bikes in here. We'll use the first one, the middle one, and then the third one, the last one. So I don't think we're going to have any issue space-wise. But if you're a little bit concerned about the spacing, you can actually get the 5X, which is a little bit wider. But because we got a small car, we simply didn't go that way. Now, another thing I wanted to show you about this is, I don't know how many times I've done it when I loaded the bike and realized I need to put something in the boot. So I could not actually access the boot without taking the bike. But with this, I'm going to lower this rack and keep an eye on how much space you actually get in the tires and the road. Here we go. And there you have it. So if you look down, you're still getting plenty of space. None of the tires are actually touching the ground. So what I'll do is I'll just go around and open the boot from here. There you have it. Plenty of space to get access to the boot. So even if you forget to put something on there, you can simply just lower that, close the boot, and push the bike up again. Now, I'll try and do this on my own, but it helps if you actually have 2 people doing this, as it gets quite heavy when you have 5 bikes on the actual rack itself. There we go. And that's the locking mechanism on there that keeps the bike up together. So yeah, in another 6 months I'll probably do a follow-up on this rack and see how it travels and see how it goes. So we'll see how we go. Don't forget, guys, if you do like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and hope to see you on the trail. Oh, and I'll also add the link to the Velocirax on the description of the feed. So far so good, and yeah, as I said, hopefully we can all go back to the trail and ride again, and hope to do some videos for you guys. So enjoy and living the dream.